Good morning. So we get back to work off furlough, or maybe we're working right now, and we're updating our customer contact records, but then find out some people have left that organization or they've moved company. It happens all the time, maybe a bit more frequent during these current times. What do we do to keep our Workbooks CRM system up to date? Hello, my name is Tim Wilmot, and my company, Wizard Systems, we're a leading independent CRM solutions supplier of systems like Workbooks, and we help small organizations, medium-sized organizations use simple solutions to improve their sales, marketing, and customer service productivity. So thanks for joining me this morning, where we're every Thursday we're doing regular free training sessions, just highlighting very common areas of workbooks just to keep up your skill level with workbooks. And this morning I'm going to cover a really nice feature of workbooks to allow you when people do move from a company to keep your records up to date. So this presentation will be quite short, about 10 minutes or so. We do offer extensive training services, more extensive training services around workbooks. Just please contact Wizard Systems if you've got any Workbooks CRM requirements. The audio part of this presentation is one way only. If you've got any questions, please type those into the question box on your meeting control panel. I'll do my best to answer those towards the end. I'll give you an update on Workbooks product news as well at the end. This training session is being recorded as well. After the call, you'll get an email from our system with a link to the recording that you can play back at your leisure, share with your colleagues, and we'll most likely put it up on our YouTube channel as well, Wizard Systems on YouTube. So let's get started. Quick mention about Wizard Systems. As I said, we're a leading independent CRM solutions provider. We've implemented thousands of systems over the years. We provide any kind of service around workbooks, CRM consultation to make sure you get the right system is correctly set up for you, any kind of training, and all the help desk support as well that you need if you get stuck or you've got a query. Okay, so we are working through our customer records. We're phoning back companies maybe after lockdown period. And of course, we want to try and keep our CRM system up to date. And particularly if you're in a B2B organization and maintaining records of all of the people within an organization, it's critically important to keep your systems updated because you never know. You may be doing marketing from workbooks, customer service from workbooks. You want to make sure that you've got the right people at that organization up to date and so on. So here is an example organization record with 5 people in that company. We pick up the phone, we call them, we're asking for Alan. Alan, for whatever reason, is no longer working there. So here is Alan's record. There he is. And he no longer works for Atlantic Computer Services. Well, think of a couple of scenarios. Maybe Alan has left. We've got no idea where he's going right now. Maybe that might be the situation, unfortunately, as we come out of lockdown. People may not be there anymore. The second scenario is that maybe Alan does pop up at another organization. So you then got to think, well, does that organization exist in your CRM database, or is it in another organization that's got nothing to do with your target marketplace? There might be different options there. So there's a few ways of doing this, but the simplest way, if we take my first example, poor old Alan here no longer works for Atlantic Computer Services. Well, I can just remove that employer name, the organization he or she is associated with, and then save this record this is what's going to come up. It's a nice feature of Workbooks. Not many other CRM systems, in my experience, have this capability. It's a nice way of prompting the user, what have you done? What do you want to do with this record? Well, notice the first little radio button there. So Workbooks is asking you, Alan has never worked for Atlantic. Maybe you made a mistake. It does happen. Maybe in the Russia things we might, maybe you've got lots of Atlantics, lots of similar organization names. You've inadvertently put it against the wrong record. Doesn't matter. You can check that option there. In my example, though, Alan no longer works for Atlantic. Yeah, that's the default option there. And then also another quite nice feature, just to keep things nice and tidy, is that we want to remove from Alan's record his email address. Well, obviously he's no longer receiving emails at atlanticcomputerservices.com. He no longer works at 190 Highfield Road. This isn't his DDI. This isn't his fax if he's using a fax. But yeah, he's got his own personal mobile. We'll keep that in there. So you hit save. And if I go back to the organization record, we will have updated against that organization record here. Alan was previously employed by Atlantic Computer Services. So we're now down to 4 employees. Well, there's still 5 records associated here. So we've left a little bit of a trail. This might be important that when Alan, 3 months later, Alan's found a job, he phones you because he knows you. At least when you search the system, anyone else can do a search for Alan Whitehead and immediately say, oh yes, how are you, Alan? You used to work for Atlantic Computer Services. So you're on the right note with that new contact. And then obviously you can associate Alan with the correct company record just by browsing to an organization there and linking him. He's successfully found a job, linking him to a new organization, having the organization record in your Workbooks CRM database. So there you are, a scenario. The other scenario might be that immediately when you're phoning these contacts, immediately you know where that particular person's gone. You're going to get the very same window that pops up, the very same choices to move the personal contact details as well. And in that case, that person will be removed from this record and put onto the other one. So there you are, a couple of scenarios for when people leave one company, maybe join another company, as we normally do on our little mini training session here. If you've got any questions around this this feature, be happy to answer those. So question from Hugh, if you make a mistake in linking, will it record that? No, it won't. It won't. That first radio button option, no, it won't leave a little trail behind to say you've made a mistake. It will be correctly linked to the right organization record, Hugh. There will be no offending entry against the original record to say user Hugh made this mistake, so don't worry about that. Diaz, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Can you have a person working for 2 companies? Yes, of course you can. There's no limit. With Workbooks, you're just creating like a spider's web of relationships. So one person can have an association with any number of different organizations. And you'd have seen against the company record on the people screen, there's a column where you can see the reference or the description of what is the role of this person with that company. Are they an employee? Are they a consultant? Are they a supplier? And so on, so that you may have different 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 reasons for those different associations. So no limit whatsoever. Question from Katie: when the person that has left starts a position of new company, will there still be a record on Workbooks saying that he used to work for the old company? Yes, there will. Yes, there will, Katie. Right, I don't think there's any more questions coming through there. So just to keep you up to date, latest release of Workbooks does have a nice new Word link. So if you're using Word for creating documents, forms, there's a nice template feature. We would love to hear if anyone in the Workbooks community is using that right now. Let us know. We've got training happening all the time. It's online at the moment. Most of the time, our Workbooks customers are coming to us just asking for some form of training. So we're very happy to organize bespoke training at short notice wherever you are. We will be opening back up once we come fully out of lockdown. We'll open up our 2 training rooms at our Bristol base again for training, where you can come to our premises if you want to come off site and away from distractions from your office, but all our training is online right now. So thanks very much for your time this morning. We'll catch up with you next week, next Thursday. Should be 10 a.m. Watch out for the invitation. We'll put it up on our blog and our site and our Twitter feed as well. But thanks very much for your time. Any suggestions for future training topics, please email me or any of the team here at Wizard Systems. So my name again is Tim Wilmot, and email address tim@wizard-systems.com. So thanks very much. Have a nice day, everyone, and speak to you next week. Bye-bye.